Guess who's got a problem with I know there's still people got a problem with it. It's been how long? It's been a week or so. I don't know. Anyway, Kamala's talking again. And it's not word salad, but it sounds scripted. Because the whole conversation, the questions they asked in this interview was basically the same questions they ask any other Democrat. No, you shouldn't have voter ID. Everything Trump said, he was lying. It's all a lie. And the cost of living is so high. Okay. Not saying that's not true. The cost of living, that is. Trump lying, well, I would like to know what specifically she was talking about that he's lying about. Because, if the cost of living is high, it's not because President Trump has been in charge for 1 year. You and Biden did have 4 years to deal with it. And last I recall, they didn't handle it very well. But all this, I think, is Kamala's going to run for president again. You guessed it. I think she's going to run again because even in the polls, she's second to Gavin Newsom. And I think she's realized that and she's got a chance. And I don't think Gavin Newsom's going to do it. Personally, I might be wrong. I don't think he's going to do it. Now, we'll have to see. But she is starting conversations talking about, well, I spoke to a woman who was a single mom, and she said this, that, and the other. And I spoke to another person in Idaho, and I was like, yeah, you're running for president. But what was funny, though, what was funny when we were just talking about voter ID, and I forget what they call it, the Save America Act. She's like, absolutely not. And she started going on how people don't have any forms of identification to prove their identification. All this stuff. In the end, if you can find an ID to drive a car, which you got to do things to get that, you can get an ID for anything. And most things you do wants kind of proof to say who you are, who you say you are. Or at least to look at your bank statement, what the bank would have proved who you were. Everybody wants to know. I have multiple forms of ID. Everybody does. And it's back to that same argument that, she thinks that the general American populace is too stupid to figure out how to get an ID to vote. And all the Save America Act does is you just need to establish your legal status. So you could be living in the States legally, but not be a citizen because only citizens are allowed to vote. And that is the whole point of the Save America Act. It's just to get, if you're an American citizen and we can verify that you can vote. I don't see what's so complicated about that, to be honest. It ain't that hard. They just saying things. They don't even mean anything.